What's going on, guys? My name is Justin Fernio from Push and Profit. Hope everyone is having a beautiful day today. Now in this video, I'm going to give a warning, or much rather a reminder on what to do before you enter a trade. Now, why am I making this video today, right? Why? That is because today I ended the day red. I had a red day. Now, what does that mean? Basically, that means that I ended up with less money than I started in the beginning of the day. I know it sucks, right? But it happens. Now, for the last month and a half or 2 months, if you guys have been following me on Instagram, I post a lot on my story. I've been pretty much profitable for the last month and a half or 2 months. I'm not sure about the duration, but I've been ending the day with a profit. Now, does that mean I didn't have any losing trades? Of course not. I did have losing trades for that last, duration of time, but I always ended up making more than I lost. So for example, if there was a day where I lost 100, then most likely I made 200, right? Because if you lose 100 but you make 200, at the end of the day, it's still a profit of 100. Now again, those aren't real numbers, those are just numbers I'm using just to explain to you guys that you could end the day profitable even if you had some losing trades. You're not going to always be 100% correct. However, in this day I didn't have any winning trades, I only had a losing trade, right? Now, in this channel, I just want to be really transparent. I know a lot of people, they don't really talk about their failures. And I'm someone that, I want to just kind of show you guys the success that comes with day trading, but also the mistakes and failures. A lot of people that get into day trading, they lose because they don't take the opportunity to learn from their mistakes, and then they quit. Right? Now, what are you supposed to do when you have a red day? Look back, analyze, and learn from your mistakes. When I have a red day, the way I handle it, I don't cry myself to sleep, at least not anymore. Or actually, I'm kidding, I never did that. But, I don't cry myself to bed. I'll just reflect back. I see what I could have done better. So you guys are in for a treat because, you guys don't have to learn from your own mistake today. You get to learn from my mistake. I always say it's good to learn from your own mistake, but it's better to learn from someone else's mistake. So you guys are in for a treat because you guys get to see what I did wrong and hopefully make sure you don't do what I did, right? Now, if my cousin is watching this video, he's probably going to be really disappointed because he's someone that's been advocating for me to buy a Nintendo Switch for like the last year and a half. And today I ended up losing $300, which is pretty much the baseline price for a Nintendo Switch. So he's probably going to be like, could have bought a Nintendo Switch today. But it's all good because again, I'm going to reflect, I'm going to talk about what I did wrong, and I'm going to improve so that this does not happen again. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and hop into my computer screen and let's talk about it a little bit more. Alrighty, so now we're officially in my computer screen. By the way, if you guys haven't noticed, my voice has been sounding extra crispy. Nah, just kidding. But the reason is because I have invested into the channel. I got new equipment. I've been upgrading because I'm a man of high quality, right? I just want to deliver high quality content. So if you guys don't mind hitting that like button, it really does help support the channel. It helps me get recommended. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also, subscribe if you guys want more content. Now, getting into this video, right? Now you could clearly see I lost $313, aka I lost a Nintendo Switch, right? The price of a Nintendo Switch is hurting. It's hurting. Now, what I'm going to be talking about in this video is before you enter a trade, make sure that it meets your criteria to enter a trade. Now, that's what I messed up in. Now, what your criteria to enter a trade really all depends on you, right? Everyone has different criteria, right? Everyone uses different indicators. They look at different things. You just got to make sure that the trade makes sense to you and it meets your criteria. Now, for example, my criteria, I wait for the trade to bounce off a support of the VWAP and to show signs of it pushing up, going up the EMA line. Now, what does that mean, right? How does that look like? I'm going to try to find an example. I'm going to look at the 1 minute chart and zoom in on DGAS. I trade a lot of DGAS, or I trade a lot of ETFs. Now, right here, this area fits my criteria of a trade. You could clearly see that. Let me try to zoom in so you guys can see better. The stock was falling down, right? Now, just because the stock is going down, I don't invest in it, right? I don't trade it just because it's going down. I wait for signs of a reversal, because if the stock is going down, you could just simply buy here and lose your money as if it just keeps going down, right? That's not what I do. I wait for signs of a confirmation and a reversal. So you can see the stock DGAS was selling off. It pushed. It's kind of bouncing off the purple VWAP line. You see this line right here, that's the VWAP. It's bouncing up from it. It's kind of coming up, and you can see it's also above the blue line, which is the EMA line. Now that's something that meets my criteria for trading. When I see this setup, that's usually when I enter a position. If it keeps going up, I keep going, entering more, and then, you know, at a certain point when it looks like it's approaching the VWAP or another resistance, that's when I take my profits. You can see that over here it was showing signs of it being oversold, which is another indicator that, you know, right here is a good time to take your profits. So you got to make sure that it meets your criteria. Again, your criteria might be different from me. You guys don't have to trade exactly like I trade. Everyone, you know, is their own person. Everyone, you know, sees whatever value in whatever trade. Now, where did I mess up today? I didn't take a trade that met my criteria, and this was because I think I was getting overly confident. You know, I'm having, you know, a month and a half, 2 months, like I said, of duration of me just making profits every single day, you know, and not really struggling that too much. You know, I've had some losing trades, but of course I always kept making more. So I just got overly confident where today I just decided, hey, it doesn't matter if it doesn't meet my criteria, I'm gonna win. And that's not the mentality. You know, it's like a game of chess. You really got to be strategic with what you're doing. You can't just like go in thinking you're gonna win. So I'm gonna kind of click this little gear button right here and also show trades so you guys can see where I messed up on. So again, this is you guys. This is what I traded today. You guys, this is where I lost my Nintendo Switch money. And I traded in the pre-market. Now the pre-market is basically before the market opens. You know, the market opens at 9:30. I took my first trade at around 9:19. Right now, look at where I took this trade at. This trade didn't really bounce off the VWAP. It didn't like go touch it and then go up. And it's not even above the EMA line. I bought the trade below the EMA line. So that's just a red sign that this is going to go down. But again, I was overconfident. I just kept being profitable, you know. So I needed to lose a Nintendo Switch. I needed to lose Nintendo Switch money for myself to realize, you know, I got to humble myself and I got to make sure that trades meet my criteria for taking them. So I ended up taking this trade. Then the second mistake I ended up doing, which is something that I just don't recommend, is I didn't mitigate my risks properly. I tried to cut my losses at 1%. I cut my losses at around 3%, so 3 times the amount I should have lost on this trade, right? Or I shouldn't have lost on this trade, right? The most, even though I entered that it didn't meet my criteria, the most I should have lost was 1%. I ended up losing 3%, right? So again, you know, I bought here, it sold off like crazy. I started seeing signs of an uptrend, so I ended up buying here, right? I ended up averaging down. Another thing I don't do, right? Now I'm gonna make another video talking about averaging up and averaging down, for those of you guys that are not familiar with that, so I'll definitely get into that. But you know, I did something else, and then eventually it just kept not moving and it sold off, and then I was like, okay, you know, I gotta just sell. I can't lose more than this, because again, if you're losing and you just keep holding, guess what? You ended up losing more and more. And I'm all about cutting your losses and going on to the next trade. So the moral of the story is, one, don't be overconfident. The market will definitely slap you in the face and it will humble you. Now again, this wasn't like a tremendous loss. You know, I've definitely lost more in my life, but losing, you know, there is, you know, some pain with it, you know. It does hurt, you know. But again, you know, like I said, hopefully you guys learn from my mistake. I don't get too hyped up, don't get overconfident. Make sure you see value in what you're trading in. Make sure it meets your criteria. This trade didn't meet my criteria. I showed you guys what my criteria was. Again, yours could be completely different. Maybe you guys trade based on different indicators. Maybe you guys you know, don't use supports and resistances. Maybe, you know, it's all up to you what your criteria is. But regardless of what it is, make sure if you have a criteria that seems to be winning and doing well for you, bringing you success, bringing you profit, stick to that. And don't make the mistake that I did. By the way, if you guys hear some snoring in the background, I'm not sure if this new mic is picking up. I have a dog, and every time I record a video, he just decides it's a perfect time to snore like Snorlax, and you know, just ruin things. But anyways, hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes. Again, make sure to hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Make sure to hit that like button. No, I'm just kidding. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Today is all jokes. You know, sometimes you just gotta laugh when you lose, and you know, keep it going. I'm not gonna let this destroy me, and I'm gonna keep going. Hopefully you guys like this. And again, my name is Justin Fernio from Push and Profit, and I'm out. Peace.
That's Mike cooking on the track.